Hi everybody, it's Janet with Fruit of the Vine Art Studio here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. Let me just pull it up real quick on the computer and we're going to get started. I've got something a little bit fun today that I think that anyone can easily do. All you're going to need to do this is a piece of watercolor paper. I'm using some painter's tape. I've already got it taped down here in front of me. And then I'm using some cardstock, just simple, plain, thicker than regular copy paper cardstock. It's not real thick, it's just pretty thin actually, but it's thicker than regular copy paper. And I've cut a circle out just by folding it here and folding it over and cutting that out, so we'll be using this also as a little template. I'm going to show you how you can use just a piece of plain cardstock, some oil pastels, and a little bit of baby oil, and we're going to make some really pretty mountain ranges, and it's going to be so easy, and you're going to be so surprised how easy it really is. I'm going to tilt you down. We're going to get started. I've already got the paper painted, taped down for us, so we can get started right away. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit so that you can see a little bit better. There, that's better. It doesn't need to be zoomed up so close. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing here. Okay, so to start with, I'm just going to start with filling in the background. Now, I'm going to do this in some shades of dark blue. Let me get this here. See what this says on it here. Ultramarine, Prussian blue. Okay, I'm going to start up here with some Prussian blue. And I'm just going to rub that a little ways down here. And get it around the edges. And then I'm going to get this, what is this one? Prussian Blue Night. I'm going to put that right on top of this too. It's going to be a little bit darker, I'm sure. A little further down, just a little bit. Ultramarine. I'm looking at these in the light here. The light's odd, it's shining weird. Cobalt blue. Get me some of this cobalt blue here and go down this way a little bit. No, that's a little too light of a blue. What are you here? Blue-green. Just a tad of this blue-green. Right in here. And then, I'm going to stop with this green right there. And what I've done now is I just took this paper, this cardstock paper, and I just ripped it. So you can kind of see it's just ripped cardstock paper. And I'm going to use this to make a mountain range. So for right here, this is going to be the way the mountain range is going to go across. So that means that I want to put this right here, right in here. And with this, I'm going to start with a light purple. And work my way into that darker purple. I'm going to start with, I really wanted a very light purple. Where is it? Old Rose. That might work. Let's do that. Let's start with a darker pink. We'll do this. And just rub a little bit of this pink here in this. Using this as a template. And then I'm going to use this Old Rose, and I'm going to go right on the top of it here. Just like that. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get just the littlest bit of some baby oil. And usually I do these things with Q-tips and stuff like that. But today, I'm just going to get the littlest bit of it on my finger here. I don't want a lot, because I don't want to get it all over the card stock. I'm going to get a little bit on my finger here, and I'm just going to blend it with my finger, working it down. Okay, so we got the first mountain range, very easily started right there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blue-green and I'm going to just bring it down here a little bit, and I'm going to get that light blue and I'm going to work it right into here. Right around that. Take my paper, I'm going to make the next mountain range. Let's make it come down a little bit there. Now, we're going to look at this and see what would be about the best for this next mountain range. Maybe if I turn it this way. Bring it over about right here. Okay, and I'm just going to take this and just tear it a little bit more. Just like that. This one to come up a little more right there. And I'm just tearing it. I'm just taking my fingers and tearing it to be the color that, or I mean to be the mountain range that I'm looking for here. So now I'm going to use this lighter purple. And I'm just going to put it right over top of that there. Bring it down. Get my baby oil cap again, put my finger in there. Maybe took a little too much off. I don't want it to saturate it, but I just want it to be easily blended. I'm just taking my finger and pressing down, pushing it downward. Yeah, that was this one. Put just a little bit more right here along the top of it. Lift that up. Now look at that mountain range in there. You've got this purple one in there now. Let me just peel that little piece of paper off right there. Okay. You want to start with a fresh mountain range here, so it doesn't have a bunch of coloring on it. This one's going to be that darker purple. touch of the baby oil again. Hey, Steve. Thanks for hopping on there and saying hi. I appreciate that. I know we're on the right page that way. Okay, and just take a little bit of the oil, and I'm going to just, ooh, that's a bit too much oil. Let me just rub it real quick all the way across the top. There we go. Just a little bit too much. I could see it right away that I had just a little bit too much oil, but that's all right. We're just going to work it across and work it in. Okay. See how that's working and making these mountain ranges? Now I realize we've got a little bit of space in between here. We aren't worried about that. We're going to get to that in just a moment. I'll show you what we're going to do there. Let's make another little mountain range. Peel that off of there. Just like that. Where's that other dark purple? Nope, that's not it. Okay, well, you know what? No? What are you? That says purple, but that's not going to be dark. I can tell by looking at that. I'm going to make it a dark mountain range out in the front here. Push that down. Oh, I can see my wrapper's completely coming off. That's all right. I'm just going to hold it on there. I don't want to take the wrapper off because then I'll get the oil passed out all over my finger. Okay, that's pretty good. I used just about all that oil that was in there for now. You can see how easy that makes it blend with the baby oil. You can easily use your finger for this. Yeah, I might want to, if there seems to be a little too much oil, you can always just wipe that around, wipe that off. Okay, so now we've got that. Look at those mountains. Aren't those beautiful? Okay. Now we're going to work on this up here. I need to clean off my finger a little bit. And for that, we are going to use a little Q-tip. And a small amount of baby oil. And just get the Q-tip, get the oil on the Q-tip, and then you're going to take it and just rub it against the inside of the lid because you don't want all that extra oil. I'm just going to work this light blue right here, right up to that pink mountain range. Gets a little bit on it, it's okay, it's not going to hurt it. And then just blend this with this green right together. Get me some more oil. Go to the other side here. And I'll start working this blue down. I make little figure eights right in here. I can work that blue right into that green. Get a little bit more baby oil. Just a little bit. A very, very easy way to make a mountain range. And then this is even, I'm going to take my finger and get this top. Rub it in here together with the other blue. Push it down into the green and into the light blue beneath. There we go. Now, rub that right up against that edge there. There we go. Get it all the way to the edge. Next, I'm going to get out my white. I'm going to take the white, and I'm just going to take this pink, and I'm going to push it down here with the pink and the white. Gonna go right here underneath the purple. That can be the smoke rising in the back. I gotta wipe that off just a little bit. Bit of this darker purple down into the black. Go this way. Don't want to get the black mixed in it too much. Okay. Let me see about that right there. Now I'm just going to take this one and I'm not going to put anything on it. I'm just going to work it around in circles. I don't want to completely kill that white sort of smoky look to it, but I don't want it to stand out like it is right there. So I'm just going to work the top of it sort of into it. And just along the edge. Whoop. Yeah, I did it, didn't I? Put that there, and then we'll just put another bit of white on top of it. Leave it alone. When you get it to that point, that's when you say to yourself, you gotta leave it alone. Leave that alone. That's right. Okay, so now we're going to take this circle that we were working with. We're going to put it right here. We're going to draw it in right there. Wipe that off. I'm just filling it in. I know I stopped talking. I'm putting that white in there. There we go. I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm going to peel that off. Ooh, it's a little thick on the edges. Let's see if I can just take that and kind of getting that excess off. There's like a little layer, you can kind of see it. That's okay. And I take my finger and just go around the outside. Just a little bit of white halo around the outer part of it too. See how it's starting to work that up here at the top, that little bit of a halo look. There we go. Wipe this off a little bit more. That looks pretty mottled to me. Maybe I should leave it be. Okay. Where's my little white pen? It's gonna write. I have no idea what that noise was. It's just a wee bit scary sounding, wasn't it? Just a few little more stars. Get a little more white flowing. Just a little bit around the edge. Come on, little pen. You and me been working so well together. What's going on? I think we're just going to leave it at that. I'll sign it at the bottom here. First, we'll take this off. Wipe out my baby oil cap. Hey Nancy, thanks for joining me. I appreciate you being here. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Let me just get this stuff out of the way here. All right. Now let's peel off the tape and see how it looks. I don't really want to touch it with my fingers as they're kind of dirty. A little bit oily. I'll hold it with the pen. Oh, now. That's all right. I'm going to be trimming this down anyway. But I really don't want it to do that. I don't know what makes it stick sometimes, and sometimes it just wouldn't stick to save its soul. All right. And there we have it. A very simple way to make a mountain range, doing nothing more than taking a piece of cardstock and ripping it and using that to make your mountain ranges, cutting a circle out, using that to make your moon. Very simple, very easy. You see all the little stars? I hope you enjoyed this, guys. I'll see you again real soon. Bye.